Hello, in this demonstration, I am going to combine uh, gestural lines, as continuous lines as possible to create mass, to create form, and I'm doing it on top of this pre-painted background that I did drips on. I also have some Posca pen, some charcoal pencil, some red charcoal pencil, just to add interest. And I did my drips. Let's see. Do I have it oriented the right? Yes, I do. Okay, I did my drips, some in the middle of the canvas, and I just did this randomly, but I'm probably going to build my areas of mass on these spaces. And I've chosen to go with blues. I've got manganese, light phthalo, turquoise, indigo, and I cannot remember what that is. I think it's a Provence blue. And I'm going to use small brushes. And I think I'm going to start with the manganese, which is a little bit more transparent. I'm going to add water to this to liquefy it. And I'm going to do what I did in my other video, which is start kind of in the center of some of these areas here, and kind of like tangled yarn, kind of noodle around in the center, and then pull my marks, drag my marks out, maybe go over to another area. Just kind of letting the line meander. I'm not overthinking this at all. And I like to let the brush roll around and kind of scrub as there's less paint on my brush. It's going to get a lighter mark. Go back and get some more paint. And then I'm going to move on to the indigo. This is something I often do if I don't know what to paint or what to draw. I've been doing this lately. I'm going to do a video on it with the Posca pens, or I'll just keep layering and layering and layering marks and building up sort of this network. And then it just always seems to turn into something pretty nifty. Okay, so I'm just noodling around there. I'm going to go to a larger round brush. Now those two paints were slightly more transparent. What I've got here is a little bit, it's more opaque. And I'm not lifting my brush very much. I don't know if you're noticing that. I'm trying to do as continuous a line as possible to keep the flow going. And I don't have to cover every single area. Like, I like that one just the way it is. I like the contrast. I'm going to leave that alone. Going on to this turquoise here. Now I'm focusing on, I'm leaving some of that original orange drip showing, but I decided I want a bigger mass up here at the top coming down, making these a little bit smaller. Just going with what my intuition says. And I'm kind of scrubbing, and I like to sort of scrub and roll my brush around so I have a little bit less control. And come in and do some sgraffito, which is going to scrape away, and I'll see some of the underpainting, and I'll get these finer tangled marks. And now I'm liking this fluorescent pink here. I'm thinking I want to bring some of that to the top surface. I just have to see if I can find my fluorescent paint. I don't know if I brought it out to the garage with me. I don't think I did, so I'm going to go with red instead. Maybe red, maybe orange. And again, the paint is pretty wet, so in a perfect world, I might pause here, let some things dry, and then come back with this thicker paint. Okay, and this could go on for quite some time. Like I don't love the orange in there. Not so pleased with that. I could take my palette knife and scrape some off if I'm not loving it. And work back into that again. Okay, I think I'm going to stop right there. I think you get the idea. And again, I could come back later, reevaluate this, add some more. I might even put a wash on the white background. I probably would do a lighter version of this. It's not an Indian yellow. I can't remember what I used. I think it was a nickel azo color. Okay,